That's why anywhere we would be as African people in the world, what we experience is the same. I tell you, that not a coincidence. If all our elders for Nigeria, they carry our money, every single one must thief plenty money, and that plenty money, he must hide them out of the country. Who give them that order? That's the order. That not be just the plan. That not be a coincidence. That everybody does the same thing. Hello everybody, how on a day? You know, don't tell me, I say, this organized abandonment series where they do, you know, I won't begin to add some evidence of which I did talk in terms of where we be as African people. Because I talk for the last time. So when we talk, say we are our leaders, our so-called leaders, these rulers, are assisting the imperialists in the extermination of our people. At the plan of capitalism, the goal of imperialism and capitalism is to exterminate indigenous people from this world so that Europeans can spread, so that the Arabs can spread. These are the two imperialists of the world, the Arabs and the Europeans. Their ideology, their religion, if you don't have somewhere to conquest, if you don't have something to conquer, Islam is waste in your hand. Islam is wasting in your hand. If you don't have somewhere to conquer, Christianity is wasting in your hand. This is an ideology of imperialists. You understand? I know they speak Arabic. So the ones I can really talk about are the ones that I understand their language. The British that colonized and imperialized us. The Europeans whose language I can decipher. You understand? So I don't want to say throughout this, I would speak from their own mouths. Because many of the lies our elites say, all these professionals, we won't kill themselves. We don't say they won't kill them, we they assist to kill themselves. Because they don't want to get sense. They say Shehu is crazy, Shehu is lying. All this Igbo is our this one. Yes, our African leaders are assisting. Our African leaders, yes, they are evil, but they are assisting a bigger evil. They are agents of the real evil. This is why we are against them. So I'll be using our words. You know, somebody said they have to sabotage because they have weapons. They had weapons too, but the Chinese stood up to them. That's why the Chinese are where they are today. The elders of China, after thousands of years, even longer than the subjugation of Africa, they did not enslave the Chinese because they didn't believe that the Chinese man could not survive in the weather climates that Africans could survive, in the tropics. They were dying. They tried to enslave everybody. They just said, now we strong past, now we survive those weather. There's nobody that did not try to carry to those places. They die. We are just strong enough. I don't say we know they die. We died in our millions, bro. African people died in their millions working in these plantations. They were working people to death. Some skeletons where they excavate, they find out, see the muscles, the skeleton, the muscles of those slaves had fully detached from their shoulder. You know what that one means? They make all your muscle. That means they walk you to till the muscle detach from the shoulder. You know what it means? Anyway, I don't say before I talk these things, I will start every day by reading some of the words of the Europeans themselves. And not be saying these words, and I'm reading these words because the men who talk these things are still venerated men in European philosophy, in European education, in their institutions. These men, their works are still being taught to the new generation of Europeans. Their philosophy is still being passed on. So whatever you think is happening is a disguise of the original plan. The original plan still continues. The original plan still continues. Exactly. That's why anywhere we would be as African people in the world, what we experience is the same. I tell you that not a coincidence. If all our elders for Nigeria, they carry our money, every single one must thief plenty money, and that plenty money, they must hide them out of the country. Who give them that order? That's the order. That not be just in the plan. That not be a coincidence. That everybody does the same thing. Not be coincidence. You know? Let me read from one of their great minds. John Howson says the continent of America has already been nearly depopulated of its aborigines by the introduction of the blessings of civilization. The West Indian archipelago, from the same cause, no longer contains a single family of its primitive inhabitants. South Africa will soon be in similar condition, and the islanders of the Pacific Ocean are rapidly diminishing in numbers from the ravages of European disease and the despotism of self-interested and fanatical missionaries. It is surely time that the work of destruction should cease, and the long and melancholy experience has proved to us be invariably unsuccessful in rendering happier, wiser, or better the barbarians whom we have visited or conquered. We may now conscientiously let them alone and turn a correcting hand towards ourselves and seek to repress our avarice, our selfishness, our vices. So this is a man that's talking to the Europeans, saying this thing we are calling civilization is our excuse to kill the indigenous people. It was civilization before. They said we are not civilized. Then when we civilize, they say we are not Christian. They kill us because we are not Christian and Muslim. And when we become Christian and Muslim, they kill us, say we are not democratic. You don't have democracy. They come and kill you because you are not democratic. There's continuously, there's a reason. You're part of their civilization. Okay. So, because there were men like this that were complaining that this killing, they kill these people. It's too bad. So they have to counter it. Just the way now people for Nigeria, they talk protest. People where they support them will talk. People where they are against the protest too must talk. So now little missionary, this man is just a missionary that then go talk good because Christianity must be good. But then the politicians, the philosophers will back it up. Say, forget religion, we are talking idea. So let's listen to some people say she will say, let's listen to even Charles Darwin, you know, his theory of evolution, you know, not be based on, say, they define science to back up the facts. No, not because they won't find science to prove, say, human beings are not the same. See, as we evolve, some human beings are more evolved than the rest. And those human beings that are more evolved have the right to kill the lesser evolved human beings. That is what nature does. Survival of the fittest, which is not even what nature does. All those things are lie. You understand? It's a lie. It's a false way of looking at nature. You know, Charles Darwin had to interpret it like that because people won't use that science to steal. They won't use that idea to steal. Every idea we Europeans bring about creation, we Abrahamic people bring about creation, their religion with the creation story, Jesus, Muhammad, all not to steal. So was the theory of evolution. It was a theory to justify stealing. So let me start with Robert Knox, you know, who was one of Darwin's peers. I also read from Darwin's co-author, his co-author in the theory of evolution. He called it what are they called? I was trying to remember what he called. Yeah, okay. The second book that Darwin wrote was The Descent of Man. But did he call the theory of evolution? No. That book was called. Please, no verse. I'll see him now. Yes. Yeah, he called it the theory of the origin of the species. Yeah, he called the book in which he discussed the theory of evolution was called Origin of the Species. So his co-author also, I will quote, so we'll see what their mind was like. Robert Knox say in his book Races of Man, because this is where this whole racism thing is to promote imperialism. I don't know if I know that, so check it. In his book, The Races of Man, we know equally little about the dark races. We know equally little about why the dark races go under. Did we know the law of their origin, we should know the law of their extinction. But this we do not know. All is conjecture, uncertainty. All we know is that since the beginning of history, the dark races have been the slave of those lighter skins. What is that due to? First of all, this is a scientist that is telling a blatant historical lie. These people are not afraid to lie. That's why I tell you that this game is not about win and lose. It's not about right or wrong. We are here playing the game of life and death. This is what people don't understand. They don't care if they tell blatant lie to prove their point. They don't care. Because which history is he talking about? Because this is a very educated man that knows that in history, everybody has enslaved everybody. We say only darker races have been. Anyway, what is that due to? I feel disposed to think that there must be a physical and consequently a psychological inferiority in the dark races generally. This is perhaps not due to lack of size in brain, but rather lack of quality in it. The texture of the brain is, I think, generally darker, and the white part more strongly fibrous, but I speak from extremely limited experience. Imagine, how can you speak from limited experience but make some strong assertions from limited experience? To me, race or hereditary descent is everything. It stamps the man. And race is everything. Literature, science, art, in a word, civilization depend on it. And are you the thing say race not be everything? Now, it says also, can the dark races become civilized? I should say not. Their future history then must resemble their past. The Saxon race will never tolerate them, never amalgamate, never be at peace. The hottest actual war ever waged, the bloodiest of Napoleon's campaigns, is not equal to that now waging between our descendants in America and the dark races. It is a war of extermination. Inscribed on each banner is a death's head and no surrender. One or the other must fall. The Americans were presumably already on their way to extinction when the Europeans first arrived. Now, the fate of all these nations must be the same. It results from the nature of their populations, and nothing can arrest it. Look at South Africa. The Saxon spirit of progress there led to massacres of the natives. Have we done with the Hottentots and the Bosgerman race? I suppose so. They will soon form merely natural curiosities. Already there is the skin of one stuffed in England, another in Paris, if I mistake not. In a word, they are fast disappearing from the face of the earth. Captain Gordon Pym also stated in his speech that it was a philanthropic principle to kill natives. There was, he said, mercy in a massacre. Mercy in a massacre. W. Winwood Reid, a member of both the Geological Society and the Anthropological Society in London, and a correspondent member of the Geological Society in Paris, ends his book, Savage Africa, with a prediction of the future of the black race. Africa will be shared between England and France, he prophesies. Under European rule, the Africans will dig the ditches and water the deserts. I repeat, under European rule, the Africans will dig the ditches and water the deserts. It will be hard work, and the Africans themselves will probably become extinct. We must learn to look at this result with composure. It illustrates the beneficent law of nature that the weak must be devoured by the strong. A grateful posterity will honor the memory of the blacks. One day, young ladies will sit tearfully beneath the palm trees and read The Last Negro, and the Niger will be as romantic a river as the Rhine. Let me read that last paragraph. Maybe you did not hear well. A grateful posterity will honor the memory of the blacks. One day, young ladies will sit tearfully beneath the palm trees and read The Last Negro, and the Niger will be as romantic a river as the Rhine. They will read The Last Negro, bro. The way there was a last Tasmanian, I read him to you. I told you about him in the last one. Okay. Richard Lee says, whatever the reasons, everywhere around us, these are the men that built Europe. These are the men that built America. These are their founding philosophers. They are thought leaders, bro. You understand me? Whatever the reasons, everywhere around us, we could see the way one world leaves room for another more highly developed world. Within a few years, the surface of the earth will be quite changed. We civilized people know better how to use the land that for so long has been the black man's undisturbed home. A new era is dawning that will multiply the undertakings of man. The tide of European civilization is rising over the earth. Through its moral and intellectual superiority, the Anglo-Saxon race is sweeping away the earlier inhabitants. Light is consuming the darkness. I'll read the last one. I marked many of it that I'll read for you people as time goes on. You can know the war, who the fight. Because you people think you are joking. You think what is happening here is just something is happening that you don't understand. You just wait. You don't understand the plan. You don't understand the plan. So we that were trying to expose the plan to now, the one who say will decrease. The one that say will be liars. So that the one that they look up to those who they carry out the plan. Make una think say as they kill una they live. Say dying is surviving. I'll read the last one for today before I now go into this my topic. Because I need to go to the airport. I'm coming back home. A.R. Wallace, the co-discoverer of the theory of evolution, maintained that the lower a race was, the more land it needed to live off. When Europeans with their greater energy took over the land, the lower races could only be saved if they were swiftly civilized. But civilization could be acquired only slowly. So the disappearance of the lower races was only a question of time. They say it's our fault for not being civilized. They say it's our fault that we didn't civilize quickly enough. When they watch movies, well, Abi, do people watch when all these Oyibo make films about aliens? Don't you watch when they make films about aliens? Oyibo never make film about superior powerful force will come Earth, see human beings and say, oh, let me talk to you humans. Let's help you humans to become well. Let's help you civilize. Let's show you our technology. This is our alien spaceship. Let's show you how we built it. Let's give you idea. Let's work. We don't act that kind of film for now before. Once aliens show we get power, what does the alien do? Start destroying Earth immediately, trying to take over. Because that is their own outlook, prof. These aliens arrive and don't care about anybody or anything, just they kill everybody. And they only come to Europe and America. They don't even show the aliens in Africa because they believe say Africa we are already gone. There's no hope. Now one person for Europe can't get sense, fight all the aliens, kill all the aliens. If alien arrive, it's always for evil. That's why even when you move to their land, to their country, they call you an illegal word, alien. You are immediately dangerous to them. You are immediately dangerous. Then they call immigrants, so you are alien to them. Alien. They even say you are alienated. Once they arrive, their job is to destroy. Good. One girl here, oh my God, whatever, okay, I think that girl name, Omeri Big Becky, Avatar, that's a good movie. One of my friends tell me, oh, Avatar, what a good film. I don't watch the part 2. Which I 4 movies, I want to watch part 1 of Avatar, but I can never watch part 2 of Avatar. What do you mean? It's the same imperialist idea. You see those native, those alien, huge, big, get power. They don't get sense to fight their own fight, to solve their own. They don't feel catch their big bed. Now one Oyibo we no get leg. Oyibo we no get leg. Now if he capture all their this thing for them. Now if you talk to their ancestor, Oyibo we no get leg. They no fit do. See, this is their plan of the world. This is how they see. And that is the spirit of our elders. That is the spirit of the Nigerian elders. The spirit of the Nigerian elders is the spirit of exterminating African people. It's the spirit of exterminating. They believe that black, that's why they all want to be Europeans so bad, and Arab. All our elders want to be Europeans and Arab. And before a people are killed off, that's why I say African culture is strong. Our culture, I've told you, go everywhere that these people have gone. Australia, where are all the Tasmanians today? Only a few aboriginals are left. Go to all the Pacific Islands. Where are the natives? Go to South America. In Argentina, for example, where they tell you now only 1%. The population of the indigenous people is less than 1% of the population of Argentina. Go to Brazil, come to America. Where are the Native Americans? Where are they? Are they up to 10% of the population of America? The owners of this land? Our culture now protect us. That's what made us strong. And that's what made us Africans. Now your culture will make you who you are. But today, they don't pull many of us away from that culture. And the farther away you are from that culture, the easier you are to birth. I repeat, the farther you are away from that culture where they protect us as African people, and I don't understand. See, the reason why you are still here, that you have not gone the way of the Native Americans. You've not gone the way of the Australians, of the North Americans, the original owners, where you don't fool all their land. Is the way our culture protect us. Our culture was so strong that even at the base of our existence as slaves in this world, it rose us out again. Then let us feel lose what we get, and then let us die off. But today we push ourselves away from that culture, and that's why we are so easy to eliminate. The elimination process is now back full time. Full time. That is why, for example, if not be the spirit where the elders for Nigeria get with this, why can't the farmers of Nigeria, the elders where they farm and the elders where they do meat, cattle, why don't they come up with good program to work together? For the travel for Europe and America, for left side of the road, I go see farm. Right side of the road, I go see ranch. Left side farm, right side ranch. Everywhere in Europe and America, I never see the cow people cross road go fight the farmer before. I never see the farmer cross road go fight the animal husbandry people before. The herder before, or the shepherd. Only for Nigeria. This is 2024. Our elders no fit agree to pass law till they just agree. After they fight what they kill, they say they make an issue just to create ranch for Nigeria, to create ranch, to bring our livestock farming to the 21st century, to develop. That's why I say anything that has to do with development, our leaders are against it. I don't tell you, I read that for you now. Your job, they want you to be the. That's why this 2024, we are building road. Now, now we are there to do labor. Now you go to design our road. All the high rise, now you go to design now. We go to they carry pong pong, they do manual labor. I just read it to you. That's what they want from you, bro. The lower races. Should I read it again? Where I'm from reading for now just now. The European superior physical, imagine the European superior physical. Okay, make we even agree say European gave superior moral and intellectual quality. Which of the physical quality that when last Oyibo man be a heavyweight champion? Not be just recently Oyibo man be heavyweight champion again. Not people they be heavyweight champion call for. I mean, oh my God. The European superior physical, moral, and intellectual qualities meant that he reproduces himself at the expense of the savage, just as he weeds of Europe over, just as the weeds of Europe. Okay, no, this is another one. I never read this one. No. That will never read that one. That one, I don't to go front. Africa will be shared between England and France. He prophesies on Africa will be shared. He prophesies under European rule, the Africans will dig the ditches and water the deserts. What does it mean in 2024 to dig the ditch, to be mining, to water the? Is it manual labor, service industry that we will serve the civilization? You understand? That's what it means. That Africans, our only job will be to serve, to be in service industry. And if our elders won't even say they won't even now, they just want to even invest more for Nigeria. Which industry they invest? Now service. Now service industry. Automobile service industry, petrol selling, all those shit. Financial services, banking and all that shit, hospitality, which is a service industry, hotel, nightclub, all this shit, telecoms, service industry jobs. They don't ever invest for that avant-garde side of research and development, so that we can have professional coders, people they build computer, technicians who they build computer, you know, that's how they design now, rocket engineers, astrophysicists. You know, understand? You know they do all that when they invest for all those kind of things. Service industry, you dig the ditches, you water the plant. That's the kind of people cannot agree to build ranch. They cannot agree. They cannot sit down together and say, oh yeah, at this 2024, let's designate some land, let's develop the land, irrigate water to the land so that the cows can drink water, eat here, farms will be here, let's start feeding our people. That will cost money. It will cost plenty money. They fight. The government now don't agree to do it. That's what they want. They will fight. Instead of them, where did they make money? They don't make money. It's time for them to invest that money in their country. They will quarrel and fight. The government come and pay the bill. Like when our uncle Dangote. That's so when $100 to one enter cement. And I don't say Dangote no be monopoly. When $100 won't enter cement, they know what happened between him and Dangote, his so-called best friend. Nobody say they come outside, come fight and disgrace themselves. The $100 had to pull out from the cement business. I remember the argument that time. The argument be say they don't divide Nigeria, basically. All these billionaires don't sit down for meeting with Obasanjo that time, don't decide who will do what. So Dangote's argument was, Otedola don't take oil. Why think you won't fight for cement? Why no agree to do cement that time? Say now him get the cement. That was their argument. Because they don't know what they call monopoly. Nigeria don't know what they call monopoly. Everything is monopolized in Nigeria. Housing is monopolized. Petroleum product is monopolized. Cement. So waiting be monopoly. For example, America had to break up the oil monopoly of Standard Oil back in the early 40s, 50s. Yeah, in the 40s, after Second World War, when FDR, Franklin Roosevelt did the New Deal. It broke up Standard. Was it because now Standard Oil be the only oil seller? Because they say Dangote is not a monopoly because there are other people selling cement. It's not because there are other people. Monopoly is that they are a cartel. All those other people with him, they are a cartel that form the monopoly. They decide the price fix. They decide. That's why none of them price the difference. None of them say, okay, my price is 2,000 cheaper than your own, 1,500 cheaper than your own. There's no competition. They agree on the price. They fix the price. It's a cartel. That's how monopolies are run. When they say OPEC, for example, when they sell fuel for the whole world, OPEC is a monopoly. What do they mean? Is it one country that is the OPEC? Is a bunch of countries wey form that OPEC, right? So they use that OPEC to set the price. They use that OPEC to set the price. So other countries where they sell fuel, wey no dey for OPEC, claim OPEC is a monopoly. That is what monopoly is. But we only understand simplistic. This is what our elders do. This is their spirit. Their spirit is tied to our extermination, to our destruction, so that we cannot grow. So this is the spirit. They turn ranch, only to build ranch, they turn out to war for Nigeria. They tribalize them. They say Hausa won't come thief everybody land. They say this one want Igbo people farmer. Look, we wake up, oh.